Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to do a big project that involves a lot of cutting and a lot of gluing, and hopefully you've collected some of the supplies you'll need. We've been collecting a lot of these supplies at my house for a while because we have to order a lot of things that come in boxes. So your main thing that you're going to need today is some cardboard. I have a big piece of cardboard that we saved from a pizza box here, and I've used the part that isn't as greasy because I am planning on painting this surface later. So I don't want anything stinky or greasy, so I saved a cleaner part. So this is a big piece of cardboard and I'm going to be drawing on it, and I'm going to be cutting the shapes out. And then I'm going to be using some glue. So you're going to need some scissors and some glue because we are making Picasso faces. First thing we're going to be doing is talking about our objective. It says, I can use scissors and glue and cardboard to sculpt a Picasso style face. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to follow some simple instructions, and I'm going to put them up on the screen, okay, in case you want to pause on this. And it's just really simple. You're going to need something to draw with. I'm going to use a big Sharpie, and I'm going to be drawing some pieces of my face. This could be a self-portrait if you want it to be you, or you could just do any face that you want. But I want you to think about the parts of a face that you're going to need. So scissors and glue, something to write with, and a big piece of cardboard, or any pieces of cardboard that you have. All right, so go ahead and collect those supplies, and we're going to get started. All right, boys and girls, so I've got my scissors handy. I have my glue. I'm going to use this later. I've got my marker. And we're going to just talk about the steps of this process today for Picasso faces. So we need to grab our materials. Always have a nice clean workspace, nothing cluttered. You might want to protect your table like I do. I've painted on this already today so that none of the paint goes on my table. So when you're doing Picasso's style of art is cubism, and that means that it's abstract. That means it's not going to look real. He uses a lot of different shapes, and that's going to be your focus, is what kind of shapes are you going to use. So for the main part, you're going to need a big shape for the face. Is it going to be a geometric shape like a circle or a square? Or is it going to be freeform or organic where you just kind of make it up, like the shape of a cloud in the sky or a puddle on the sidewalk? So you want to have a nice big piece for that, because that's going to hold all of your other pieces. So then you're going to move on to some smaller pieces. You're probably going to have some leftover pieces after you cut out your big piece. You're going to need stuff for the eyes, nose, and mouth. Maybe you want some ears or eyebrows. Does your face have hair? Is it going to be a head with no hair, or are you going to put some hair on top of there? Once you have everything cut out, you're going to go ahead and glue everything on. Now, you can use Elmer's glue or any glue that you have. Earlier, I used a glue gun in my really fast video where I put everything together because I needed it to dry very quickly. But I'm an adult, I'm allowed to use a glue gun. If you're wanting to use a glue gun, you better ask somebody at home to help you. Also, cutting the cardboard can be a bit tricky, so you might want to have somebody help you with that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some shapes that we could use today. So I've got my big piece of pizza box here, and I'm just going to turn it a little bit so it lays flatter. For my head shape, I'm going to go with maybe a long head today. Kind of just like a wavy, organic, made-up shape. So that's the kind of face I want. And remember, Picasso did not draw people to look real. They're abstract. And his style of cubism used a lot of shapes to represent the different parts of the face. So I think I want to do a nose that's kind of like a triangle, and I want it to be really big. So I'm going to put that there, and I want to draw some eyes. So I think I'll just keep circles for the eyes. And I think I want to do a mouth that's like a big smile. But I think I want to do bumps for the lips and a big curve here. And I can draw a line in that if I want to keep it closed, or I can cut it into two things. So I think that's a good start. I'm going to start cutting this out with my scissors. It's a little bit tricky with your scissors, and you have to be patient. Cardboard is not the easiest thing to cut, so you have to use your muscles. It might be helpful to have somebody at home that's really good at cutting help you with this if this is tricky for you. The cardboard feels bumpy, so it has a texture to it. And I'm going to cut out the whole shape of my face here. Just maybe a little bit more right here. Here we are. So there's a good shape of my face. I'm going to cut out some parts of my face. I'm going to start with my nose shape that I was going to do. You could make your nose any shape you want. It could be a short nose, long nose, totally up to you. That one I'm not going to use. Let's cut out some eyes. Yeah, you have to turn those scissors. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Don't throw away all your scrap pieces just yet, because you might need them. When I'm using this piece of cardboard, I have the side that I drew on with the marker, and then I have another side. This side is very dark because it's the top of the pizza box. So it might be hard to paint that side, but if you have a cleaner side, you could use that. So here's just some simple shapes here. I think I want my nose maybe to go this way. I like that. So I'm gonna move my nose up to the side. Maybe I'll put it down here and make it lower. Oh, I kind of like that. You could have your eyes sticking off the page a little bit if you want to. I said page, but I really mean face. It's up to you, because Picasso kind of mixed everything up in his style of art. You can mix stuff up in yours. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my mouth. And then I want to show you a trick with the cardboard. So I can leave the mouth like that, or I can split it into two, because your lips do open, and you could open it up if you wanted. I'm going to add a couple circles inside the eyes for the pupils. So maybe one up here. And I'm using little pieces of cardboard for that instead of a giant piece. So your scraps can come in handy. Oh, we got a really cool face coming together. So one thing I wanted to show you is that the cardboard has layers. This cardboard does. So if I peel back one of the layers, see if I can get the whole thing. Let's see here. Ah, here it is. You can kind of show some texture. Let's see if I can peel some more off. Oh, this is tricky. So I used some cardboard earlier from a baby wipe box. That was a little bit easier to peel than this one, but I'm getting it. So as I'm pulling the cardboard, you can see these little lines that are going to show up. And it might be handy if you had like a little tool to help you, like a pencil might be able to pull some of these out, but I'm going to have to use my fingers. I'm going to peel this real quick. So I peeled away a lot of that layer of cardboard here, and it's showing me that I have this cool texture, these lines in this piece of cardboard. So if you have a piece of cardboard like that, you could peel back a layer. It might take you a few minutes like it took me, but it's an interesting way to add texture to your art. So what other things could I add to this? Well, I could add some ears, I could add eyebrows, I could do eyelashes, and those little pieces of scraps you could definitely use for those kind of things. So I think I want to add some eyebrows for sure. Ooh, this is a fun shape. Maybe I could cut this into some eyebrows, make it a little bit smaller. Kind of like that. And maybe just one straight eyebrow there. That's fun. I think he does need some kind of hair. Definitely some ears. So you could do circle ears, you could keep it square. If you want to attach it on top, you could. You could attach it underneath. Or if you're really patient, you can glue right up against the edge. That might be a little bit tricky for some of it. And you can change the shape of your ears. Remember, Picasso totally did things his own way. Not everything looked real, so yours doesn't have to look real either. So I might leave this one just as is. Remember to glue everything that you want stuck onto your Picasso face. I don't expect you guys to finish this all in one day. It might take you a week to collect all of the cardboard. You're going to want a thicker piece of cardboard, so a soda box might not work for the thicker pieces, but it might be a good flat piece to hold everything up. The cool thing about this is it does look 3D because you're adding layer and layer, and that's why it's a sculpture. So let's review our objective. I can use scissors, glue, and cardboard to sculpt a Picasso style face. So we did do a sculpture, so this is a 3D piece of art. If you would like to leave it like this, I think that looks fantastic. If you'd like to add paint, you could add some paint. I used acrylic paint. One tip for you guys is you might want to use a little bit of white paint if you do have some at home, because it helps make the colors brighter on top of the cardboard. I hope you guys had fun with this. Remember to be safe. If you're using regular Elmer's glue, be careful, protect your area. If you're using a glue gun, you have to use an adult to help you. Be careful with your scissors. We don't want any accidents. I can't wait to see these when you guys are all finished. I miss you very much. Bye.